He thought of you, captivated by it. Is it possible to look at someone and know, yes, that's them, the one for me? That was always an afterthought to a dream. Maybe you didn't know he was there, but his presence was known and felt. I might not have met you face to face yet. I can say you live inside this heart of mine. Two separate people with scars and stories, but souls immersed, bringing something forward to never be fully described by words alone, but earned and rewarded, and a promising start to a life filled with love and trust. How can you know someone by their words of loss or love? If they have written them, then they have felt these things before, and they continue searching for the things that are penned. Someone can write really beautiful songs and sing from the soul. Then you know that there is more to life that needs to be experienced every day. Money is great for providing opportunities and excitement, and of course to maintain the basics. But we all need to get by in this snow globe of the world. But we all truly need someone in this life, whether it be a really good friend or something more everlasting. Not to say that friendships can't last the test of time, but I want someone that not only is my best friend, but the other half that maybe was hidden somewhere along the way, only to be discovered, awakened, loved, and of course captivated by. When you fall in love, the eyes have a part to play. You're usually really into someone if you see their beauty, but love is more than just what they have to offer on just the outer shell. Love is skin deep, to know the person inside and out is part of the whole. The way they express themselves, the way they smile when they feel lost. It is easy to love someone when they appear to have it all. Emotions come with the ideal of a beautiful soul. No one is perfect. We are all on this journey together. Some share their strengths, and some share their losses. They break themselves wide open, so in hopes that they eventually find someone worth being there that they could trust blindly and love deeply. Love is more than just the excitement and thrill. It's smolder and passion between two people. Yes, if it's there between two people, that's great. It can be rare sometimes, and worth it if there are many other layers to the love as well. Love is loving someone even when there are tears, and being there to bring them the sun. Love is seeing the beauty behind life's storm, and being there to overcome it with them. But not just because you love them, but because it's something that other would do in a heartbeat for you, and not out of obligation, and because someone may have an interior motive. You have shown me that there's color in pain, a smile behind all life's rain, a star even in the sunlight, because life's bright spots are not for life's dark moments alone, that there is always someone that cares, and that I will never be forever lonely. Because God made you for a reason, for more than just my sake. But I would like to live for you, and make you feel more alive if you let me. Not that life isn't worth living without you, but you make it easier for me to breathe. You make it easy for me to sin. You give me perspective and more purpose. You are a rise beyond your years. You are an old soul that I feel like I already know. You are worth knowing, and someone I can't stop thinking about. You. I love you because you seem to understand what it means to love and completion. Always seeing the best in others, and hopefully yourself too. Love is always something better when it's whole, but half a heart is still a heart worth investing in. For friendship or love, or when it's both, you can't go wrong. We are in different life stages on this delicious thing called life. It takes two halves to make it work. While having fun, getting lost, while trying to find everything when it felt like something was missing. To discover and relish the fact that we were all waiting and longing to only be understood. We are love already. The puzzle of us was always there, in a box nevertheless, different pieces and different paths. The perfect couple is not one that fits together perfectly all along, but one that sees that it takes more than what's already there. It helps to fill a void and know what's missing. Many perfect love puzzles are supposed to have one piece or many pieces missing. Not everything has to be there for two people to fully love each other. After all, we are humans, maybe sometimes feeling like aliens, but never meant to be robots. Love is more special and more likely to happen when two people are able to look beyond and accept the fact that love doesn't require the perfect frame and body of a puzzle to complete a puzzle of all. It's the pieces that are missing, the ones that have edges, the ones that are discolored, that are old and new. Love doesn't have to fit together perfectly, or two people don't have to have all the requirements to see that there is completion and being incomplete too. Love is loving the flaws and celebrating being weak for each other. Love is strong, love is love, when you devote yourself to a lifetime lover. One that would do almost anything to be with you and keep you safe. One that would love you when the timing might be off center. One that would lay down his heart for you to strum the strings. A love to have and hold. A love to be there when it rains or shines. A love so deep and beautiful that you feel as though you already have found heaven on earth. A love that gives you wings and lets each other take flight. A love that feels right and yet so wrong. A love that makes you stand up, cheers, dances, and leaves a trail for bigger and better paths to emerge. You and me are raised. You and me are sun. There have been many occasions I have fallen and risen, only because it takes more energy to let life defeat me. You are my fight. You give me many reasons to come back up and never surrender. Because you are my hope, my voice, one of the many reasons I am here. You truly are divine, a series of unspoken truths in this century. You give me a reason to live, a reason to smile, and truly I feel that there is no one on this earth plane that will be as astonishing as you are. You are beautiful. You are light, even darkness too. Throughout all of life's trials and colors and tears and hope and trust, and even the happy times too, that there is no warranty or prescription for 24/7 joy. It's a personal thing, and throughout my life I am meant to realize that no one really has it all looking on from the outside. Happiness is something that becomes like a daily task. It's not something that can be easily obtained. It is fleeting and ever-changing, just like the currents of high or low waters. I may have been through many pools of darkness and despair just to let you know. You mean the world to me, and He often gives me inspiration to paint, sing, dance, cook, write, and understand that love can be very beautiful even though there are challenges and obstacles in all the highs and lows. Love is called love for a reason. It's greater than the math or science behind the story of its four-letter dictionary meaning. Love was never meant to be simple, for if it was, then the magic of it would never have its intense spark appeal. The wonder, the sense of time would feel like, wow, could this never end? While all along knowing that it could somehow. Love is also about being fearless and not worrying or focusing on what could have been or what can go wrong. Because life is too precious to live in misery when you have a miracle waiting to find you or waiting in front of you. Always guiding you and taking the road that leads to you and only your heart. You know you're in love when you're feeling sad when they're sad, happy when the other is happy, and deeply connected to their voice, their eyes, and how they make you feel complete, whether they are there indirectly or directly. When you seek out connections that focus more of a heart-based soul love, you will most likely be enchanted with what others don't see. In his eyes I am a mystery. Not one to be solved, but one worth writing about. Chapter 1, The Discovery. With his love and touch, I know that he loves me without having to say a word. The book of us isn't something that needs to be written, but something that will never be 100% complete. Because love is forever and for always. Love isn't about being complete on your own or with someone else. We are already full of light, greatness, power, magic. Most times it's usually not how another sees you for the being that you already are. Accepting everything about you and loving you anyway, because that's what real love or true love should be. Sometimes we can see one another's worthiness while sometimes feeling worthless ourselves. It all comes down to self-esteem and overall morale. If you love yourself and have great confidence, then you will feel more positive and have the best of days, and are able to go from day to day feeling thankful and loved and valued. But in no means is low self-esteem or confidence issues an excuse or reason for some to think people that are lacking in it, for whatever reason, don't deserve to be loved unless they love themselves first. Self-love is important, and when others don't always have the best of it, it could sometimes, but others don't have the best of it, it can be very rewarding when another lets you know you are fine the way you are. There will always be others looking at the stars, never knowing they are one themselves. To oneself, they may feel like the ground people walk on, when most likely they are the stars that shine and don't see their own light. Love and compassion creates more of the same. No one is worthless. Just sometimes you need someone to help love the things about you and appreciate them more, because sometimes it is nice to be loved through someone else's eyes. Through the full love and acceptance process, we become more relaxed and hopefully more accepting of the traits or flaws that we like or don't like, and are willing to fall in love with them anyway. You are someone I have loved for a very long time, a feeling to never be questioned but appreciated. Although it can be a very rewarding jackpot to know why you make someone's life rich. You make me weak in the knees, but give me a reason to stand. You make my heart flutter, and the butterflies are there inside me, although they can't be seen but surely felt. I love your voice, I love your heart, I love your name. I love the fact that you never are afraid of love, even though you have been hurt. I love you. I love the idea of us. I love your laugh. I love the fact that you make me live for love. Trust more, hope more, dance more, and be more alive. Without you, I am someone, but together we would be everything. Something more, something real. Definitely worth exploring. Getting lost with, finding the reason why we end up falling in for the first time, to never be broken but mesmerized. May we see that there is more to life, to be experienced together as two, but a miracle for all time. This is the time for love, and I know we'll do whatever it takes to experience life's true win of bliss, the moment to build on all moments. But I hope you know, chapter 1 has only begun. With you, within us, to exhale, breathe. Yes, live, and yes, even die together someday. But to live on forever, changing the definition of love, rewriting it, and letting it be the reason why we are here. And that is really what the meaning of life is about. Finding it, knowing it, and experiencing it. You are a song without words, thoughtful and sweet. You are meaningful, deep, and profound. How can you forget the person who gave you meaning when maybe they lost theirs too? When God created earth, He created life. He created you. He created me. He created others. He created beauty. There was sorrow too, but so much happiness comes from many things, but especially the very thought of